Cleanse the breath. Shoot, yeah, girl.
Yes, girl. Yes. Whenever you're ready. You leading
Okay.
or I'm leading or how you want to go?
You can
You
lead.
know, I just love being in your energy. So if you want to razzle dazzle us up, I'm here for it.
Sure,
Um,
sure. If either
okay.
however you want to go. Why is it?
Yeah, girl. What is it doing?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess it's fine. My thing was saying like 0%. I don't know. I don't know what these percentages even mean, so I'm gonna just like mind my business. Um,
I
but
don't know
yeah, let's
either,
get
but
into these cleansing breaths, girl.
all right.
All right, we're gonna start. Let's do some box breathing. Yeah, let's do some box breathing, cleansing breath. So we'll breathe in for 4, hold, exhale for 4, hold, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold. Good. We're going to return the breath to normal and come back. Mm.
Yes.
I know that was a good little reset.
You know what that reminded me of?
What's that?
Day one of the multi-dimension fast that we did. And we
Yes.
came all in there and we was rattle, rattle, rattle.
Going all over the place
Can I
like some.
say something? Can I say something? Can I say something? You say, yeah, let's just do some breath work first. And it was so subtle though, but you chopped that like up real quick.
Let's bring everybody
Calm
back
that
to center.
down.
Back to center. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it feel like.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good though. It's good to do that recenter, and I even have to do it with my daughter. So
Yeah.
she be all over the place, getting frantic, don't know what to do. I'm like, all right, hold on. Let you breathe a second. So yeah,
Girl,
I love it.
the breath, the breath.
Hmm.
Well, girl, we done already got into it, but welcome
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
to Healing from Something podcast. I'm so glad that you are here.
Me too. I'm happy to be here.
Now, I know you for the past couple of years as Amber, and I understand you are evolving as we all should be evolving, right? Um, so I just want to offer a short intro, and then I'd like you to come in and add or
Yeah, for
adjust.
sure.
So I know you as a person that does not want to be labeled, okay? Like, don't put my girl in a box. She is not a healer, okay? She is not a coach. She ain't none of that, okay?
Yeah.
But I think one of the most important things that I heard, whether you said it directly or indirectly, is I'm a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically with the people that you work with, that you show, step one of how to control some chaos, whether that chaos is depression or anxiety or unhealthy relationship with foods or ourselves. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know you as a mirror that showed me the work I needed to do
Mm-hmm.
um to feel good and heal from the inside out. But I know
Yeah.
you so much more than that, girl.
So much more, so much more. Yeah. I do consider myself a mirror. And you're absolutely right. I don't like to label myself as a healer or a coach or, any of these things, a practitioner. Although I am in practice, right? I am doing healing work. I am, but here lately I have felt like the titles I don't necessarily like fit into one, so trying to it makes me feel limited, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So and I'm so unlimited, right? We all are, right?
mhm.
And so
Mhm.
yeah, I prefer just to call me by my name. So yes, I you can still call me Amber if you like. That's still part of my name. But I do also go by Aiyana Amaru, which I recently adopted. So I am in Peru right now, and been walking the lands of the Andes and the Incans. And yeah, this name came to me in my dreams actually. It was like I was surrounded by my ancestors, and they're like having a renaming ceremony for me. And I was just like, whoa, and I just woke up
Wow.
and like wrote the name down really quick. And it took a while for me to adopt it, because that's such a huge switch. And it also like, well, for a long time, I thought it was like me erasing the past, and it's not necessarily erasing the past, but we are rebuilding something, right? We are recreating
Mhm.
something, we're recreating a lineage. And so, yeah, yeah. So I recently came into that, and that has been awesome. Whole new identity is really cool. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I do feel like it fits this version, this part of my life right now. So, yeah.
Girl, walking in the Incas. Is that what you said?
Yes, girl, the Incan lands, like,
Girl, say
yeah.
what now? You've been doing what?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
beautiful.
It
So
is. It really
beautiful.
is.
So, how do you determine that this is where you land, that this is the work you do, and these are the conversations that you have? Can you like just talk about that experience of evolving into who you are today?
Who I am today. Like I tell many of my clients, follow your curiosity, like lean into your curiosity. That's what has gotten me here. Um, there were some parts of it where it was like I was having to heal and like work on certain things because I was hurting in some parts of me, I was hurting and I wanted to feel better, so I was looking
Mhm.
for I was looking for outlets or way, to make that part feel better without numbing it, without doing it in an unhealthy way, without drinking it away, Um, yeah, and
Talk about it.
I was doing all of those
Mhm.
things, prior to, but I started leaning into my curiosity, it in my where I grew up and where the people I grew up around, therapy wasn't a thing. And if it was mentioned, it was in a negative context, right? Um, but I don't know. So at some point, something just clicked in me. Like, check it out. Just see, you hurt and you need help. Like, just see what they got to offer. And so I did that, and it led me to that therapist taught me about mindfulness, And before then, I had no idea, meditation, mindfulness, I had no idea what any of it meant. And actually, when I started practicing it, it was quite frustrating, but I had to admit it was helping, it was helping keep my mind present on one thing instead of like going all over the place, all over the place. So once I did that, it just kind of trickled down and I just kept following my curiosity. I was curious about yoga because of that. I'm like, okay, so I can do this with my mind. What about my body? Because now I still was feeling that anxiousness, the anxiety,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
so yoga slowed down my body a bit. And I'm like, okay, okay, I'm cruising, and it just continued on, right? So yeah, I encourage everyone to follow your curiosity, like those things that you're curious about. That's probably where you're destined to be, you know. Um, Yeah, 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 yeah. Our soul knows
Dang.
too, right? Our soul knows. Our soul has like a map, and it's like, okay, go here next, go here next. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I say follow your curiosity, but it's really your soul just guiding the way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I resonated with all of that. Um, Follow your curiosity.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Mm. Mm.
That was a good
I'm
question
taking
too.
it. Thank you, girl. I told you we was gonna flow. I think slowing down is the biggest part of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Like slowing down is is the healing, honestly. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's the thing that most of us, most Americans, we just grow up and we do and we do and we do and we do and we fill our
Mm-hmm.
calendars and we have annual this and semi-annual that and weekly this and daily that. But healing on that level, I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
healing like on the deepest, darkest level means you gotta sit, gotta be quiet, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to hear what says this will make you feel better and
Mm-hmm.
accept it, even if it's different, even
Right.
if it made you feel better, like better than that darkest feeling that
Right.
you felt. Like, that's
You
good.
might want to lean into it. Yeah.
Listen, I remember like, okay, so of course I went through your coaching program. Like I've gone through a lot of works with you, and I know that I would get so anxious, but anxious excited to get to the next thing, and you would want to like it's kind of like dangling a carrot in front of my face, like but you got to do this
You
first.
gotta do
You
this
got to
first.
you got to master this first.
Yeah.
Then I'll show you this.
Well,
But
and
I
that's how
remember
I was taught.
it's effective because I think
Hmm.
if I get too much too fast, then the other form of anxiety will show up. Not the
Exactly.
excited, but the
Right.
nervous, and then that just
Hmm.
turns into something else. But I
Absolutely.
remember a video you sent me that got me in Abraham Hicks' whirlwind, and
Hmm.
Abraham said, you know, if you well, I'm kind of paraphrasing, right? She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
basically,
yeah.
if you feel
In
like
some
poop,
words.
right? If you feel like poop, like, if you are depressed or, you have suicidal ideation, if you feel like that, like, and you want to feel better, your next step doesn't have to be overzealous. Like, your
Hmm.
next step could just be not crying.
Right.
Your next step could
I didn't
be
freak out today.
I didn't freak out today. So
Yeah.
you could go from super, super sad even to angry, right? That's
Hmm.
better than super, super sad. Like, I'm
Right. Right.
angry, you know?
Hmm. Hmm. Yep, I completely agree. And just to go back when you were talking about just digesting each step, I had to learn that too because I also, went through my apprenticeships and mentorships and things with my gurus. And all of them, everybody, they always like, you gotta eat the food and you gotta put the food in your mouth, you gotta chew it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta taste it, you gotta smell it as it's going in, you gotta swallow it, you gotta let it digest, all these things. And each part of that process is so important because you can't it's no quick fix to healing, right? It's no quick fix to getting to this ultimate result. Just like you said, like there you might just the progress might be just a smidget better, right? It might just be just a little bit, and we got to take that as a win and keep going, So,
Yeah.
and then also if these things circle back, because we know healing isn't linear, so we can circle back or regress or start, having some of these thoughts or feelings again, these dark places that we tend to go as humans, right? And
Mhm.
you need to remember those tools that you used to get yourself out of there the last time. But if you go too quick, too fast, you're not gonna know. And I see that a lot too, where there's like a lack of groundedness in the healing community, because everybody wants to just get the quick fix. Even since I've
Mhm.
been here in Peru, I haven't, engaged in any plant medicine or anything, but ayahuasca grows here and it's very, very, I mean, it's everywhere. Everybody's doing a ceremony and things. But, I've come into contact with some people and they've never done healing work in their life, and then they just go straight into ayahuasca. It's like, I just want to
Wait,
get rid of it all.
can
Yes.
can you break that down though? There's some people listening and watching that they don't know what ayahuasca is
Ayahuasca
or
is,
plant,
yes. Yeah. So, I'm not even super familiar with it myself, but I know it is a plant medicine, and it's a form of a psychedelic medicine, and it's a plant, right? I believe they turn it into a tea or some sort of drink,
Mhm.
but ultimately, it's meant to take you to the depths of your soul. Like you're supposed to be going to some of the darkest places, and from I guess there is a shaman who is like helping guide you through these things. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the best way I can explain it. I mean, I would do some
Yeah.
more research because I'm not a professional. I'm not in plant medicine, but
Yeah, yeah. I just
um,
wanted to slow that down because I have a
yeah,
curiosity of plant medicine. So I've
sure.
I've seen some videos, I've seen some retreats, but I like the blueprint that you have put down, which says take your time.
Right,
So
easy.
so I'm not jumping all up into a
Yeah,
psychedelic. Like, nah, I'm
yeah,
good.
and that's and
But
that's
I
what
know
I've
that,
seen.
yeah.
That's what I've seen. Like they will get into it. They'll, go to these ceremonies, and then they're like a lost soul. You know what I'm saying? They're a lost soul. They now that they are at this like frequency, so to speak, they have no tools. They have no tools. They have nobody guiding them. They don't really. And yes, everybody is connected to source, so we all getting downloaded information and things. But I'm talking about practical tools to integrate this into, your regular life, your day to day life. And that's why you see a lot of people becoming schizophrenic, and some of this stuff can cause mental issues and mental
Mhm.
diseases.
Mhm.
So you just have to
Mhm.
be careful in how much you consume. You know what I mean? And not just the
Yeah.
plant medicine. I'm just talking about healing in general. Take it a step at a time. It's no rush. You don't have to rush. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, fully
Yeah.
digest it. Get it all of it.
Yeah. 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 It's like any medication that you would receive from a physician. It would be a
Hmm.
prescription, right? You're not going to take
Hmm.
the whole bottle of pills, you know, at one time.
Exactly.
You're going to take
Hmm.
one at bedtime, one, in the morning or
Right, right,
whatever.
right.
But yeah, I think the healing process that and I really do feel like it's kind of a buzzword, like healing process, which I'm happy that it's a buzzword because, my background is in education and behavior, and I've been wishing we paid more attention to psychology and mental health and
Sure.
coping skills and such. But if you just jump right to the end result and you don't have any tools, then when you happen to roll up on that, drama again, you don't know how
Hmm.
to navigate it again. So now you're looking for that next jump,
Yeah,
and I
that
just don't
next
think
quick
it's the most.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Hmm.
sustainable.
No, it's not. It's not sustainable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on like in your world right now? I know that you are recently in Peru, right? So you moved internationally.
Yes,
Um
yes.
so now you're exploring differently, you're living differently, you're practicing differently. Even your daughter, you mentioned, so she's having a very unique experience than probably her cousins and, most of her peers are. So how has it been navigating that whole space?
Oh man, it's been amazing, Janie. It's been amazing. For one, just like earlier when you were talking about how, it's the culture or the society to just go, 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 go. Um, I was still in that, even in this work, even in the type of work that I was doing, I was still very much in that. So it's been a big, huge detox to my system. We arrived here in May, and we're in July, so we've only been here a couple months, but I still find myself like looking for something to do. Looking for something to do, and like it's nothing to do, you know what I'm saying? Our life is very simple. We eat very simply. Um, I we do chores and things. We tend to the garden. We take our walks, but then I'm like, okay, now what do I do now, and it's nothing to do, baby. Go sit down and read a book, or go sit down and go play outside. That what the
There you
ancestors were
go.
saying. Go outside and play.
Yeah.
So it's really been beautiful because it's really allowing me to slow down. The cost of living is not such a burden that I'm like I have to work super hard, and I'm able to really smell the flowers. And I mean that literally. I mean that literally and metaphorically because I mean I will just be walking and I'll get a whiff of like some plant and I'm like, what is that? Like it smells amazing. And then I just have to explore and then come to find out it's a whole lesson to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm.
that plant was speaking to me in that moment and I needed to hear what it had to say. So I'm really, really, really grateful for the opportunity to be able to do this and to do it with my daughter because I believe she needs to see me in that state, right? In
Mhm.
this slowed down. Like we don't have to do that. Like that's that. I mean, we have the capacity, but it does lead to burnout, at some point. And
Yeah.
now I'm having to find all these remedies, to take care of something that
Mhm.
really we don't even have to we don't have to start there to begin with, but yeah, so it's really been beautiful. My work has changed a lot. Not doing as much hands-on anymore because I was doing body work when I was back in the States, and so and I still will offer it, but it's not nearly as much. I've touched like two people since I've been here, and that's not that's not usual for me. But
Yeah.
a lot of my work
Yeah.
has turned virtual, which is, I like that personability to be able to talk to somebody in person, but I also am reaping the benefits of my energy just being kind of like protected. You know what I'm saying? Like you only have
Mhm.
this access with me over the phone. So if I don't have service, which I don't most of the time, if I used to see in the States, I used to have to put my phone on do not disturb. I don't even have to do that anymore. I just walk up the mountain
Shut
and
up.
I don't hear from nobody.
Life is
So
good.
yeah, yeah,
Life is
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Your new do not disturb is going to the mountains.
Going up the
That
mountain.
that's top tier. That is top
No,
tier.
seriously, it is so great. So, so, so great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so just to kind of digest some of what you were saying, like I know you did do a lot of body work, in-person work. I don't know, even hosting because it wouldn't be a thing and then it would turn into a thing. Like,
Turn
we
into a
got to meet
thing,
at
right?
Amber's and we gonna have some tea and we gonna fry
We
some,
cook it, have some tea.
some red beans and rice, some collard greens, fried mushrooms, And the next thing you
Yes.
know, like we in there doing breath work, we
Right.
stretching,
Doing
we
shamanic
out
journey and
like,
we're doing all the
oh my
things.
God, we having a ball. This is an event, y'all, and y'all missed it. This is an event and y'all missed it.
Yes.
You remember
Yes.
we tore Atlanta up that one time?
Yes. 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 Oh my
We
goodness.
are just doing the work that needs to be done. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I think that
I
that can
miss that too.
only
I really do, which is why I've been here here lately revisiting doing retreats because I still like hosting. I love it. I
yeah.
just like to, but we can be more intentional about hosting, right? So,
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
yeah, yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
different from just popping up at the crib, but it's still still
It'll
very
just be
much,
that like amplified.
yeah, amplified exactly. And we're
Yeah.
intentional about it. So we like, okay, let's get the most out of this. Let's have fun. Let's do the
Yeah.
things, all the woo woo stuff.
AKA journal prompts and shit,
Right.
y'all. Do the work. Yeah,
Yes.
it be a time though.
Hmm.
It's always a time. But yeah, I didn't even realize like a holistic massage was a thing. Or like I think I first learned about holistic living or like this idea of being holistic when I was in college. So I mean, I don't know because I went to college and then I left and then I went back. Maybe in 2014 or something like that. So it's not something that I just knew like growing up. It's something that I learned, in adulthood. So then learning like holistic therapy versus, a traditional therapy or a holistic massage, by the way, is like how do you even know that much about a person's everything? Like their
Right.
muscles, their body, their energy, their blood,
All
but
of it.
like anything that I signed up for with God Body Holistic Wellness was like the truth, whether that was a massage, a training session, like you don't just you also taught me like how to take care of my body. And I think
Thank you.
that is what I love about like holistic living because it falls back on the person. And I
Hmm.
think traditionally or before when I was trying to get better, I was like waiting on my physician to fix
Waiting
me.
for
Like,
them
come
to fix you.
on,
Like, fix me. I'm paying you. Fix me now.
you drew my blood. Like, you
Yeah.
know what's going on.
You know what's going on. Or
Why am I
supposed to
still
anyway.
crying?
Right. You're
Right,
supposed
right.
to. But they only looking at it one dimensionally or maybe two dimensions, right? But it's so,
Mhm.
so, so many layers to us. There's so many dimensions to us. I mean, the auric field is just one thing, but then you got it's so many other fields, that we're consisted of, and we got to take all of it in consideration. I mean, it's the whole body, not just a piece of it, not just the skin.
Yeah.
It's so many things that make us
Yes.
up. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I love that
Yes.
about holistic living too. And it really connected the dots for me when I was in therapy, because it was like, yeah, I had to, speak these things and do these sort of things for my mind, for my mental health, but I
Mhm.
did have to implement things for my body, right? I had to implement things for my diet. I had to implement even like temperature makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a cold natured person and you in the cold all the time, it's gonna have you imbalanced. And it's just as simple as that. Certain seasonings, um, certain seasonings, draw heat. So if you a hot person and you eating seasonings that draw, the spices that, yeah, you're gonna be imbalanced. So all
Yeah.
these things, it makes such a big difference. Such a
Yeah.
big difference.
Which is so important for any person wanting any type of transformation. It's so important to like audit your life, audit your habits. And I swear I thought if this girl tell me to write down one more thing, right? When I'm doing my work, right? If she tell me to write down one more thing, but now I understand that how do I heal something if I'm unaware of how it affects me? How do I heal something like if I even the good stuff, you would be like, okay, you keep eating them peanut M&Ms, like why? Like I
Why
don't
are
know,
you
because
doing
they're
it? Yeah.
good. But
Why are you
breaking
wearing
it,
that color? You know, all of it. All of it.
girl, everything. Why? Why do you like? I don't know, girl. 'Cause don't this conversation to go left, right, and center. Because I
Yeah.
just always be like, I'm just so grateful to learn about this work, and I think that is what that is what more people need. They just need to
Yeah.
know that there is a space for healing. If you haven't
Mhm.
experienced like lightness yet, don't stop searching. Okay,
Right.
don't stop searching, but search inward first.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Com-
I agree with that
completely
100%.
inward.
100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
girl. And then it's just literally up from there. Oh, you mentioned like healing not being linear, and I remember you saying that to me in the closet one night. I was having a meltdown, baby. I was throwing up hissy
Like
fit.
I should be better than I should be ahead of this. Like I already done went
Yes.
through
Like what the And
this.
it's so crazy because I remember, working with students and having conversations with similar language, maybe not, specifically that, but it's okay. We can't control what other people do. You can't control every
Mhm.
environment. Sometimes you have a stressor, you have a trigger, you have, this or that,
Right.
but you have to learn how to use. Ooh, they probably got tired of hearing me say coping skills and
Hope
replacement
excuse.
behaviors, coping
Yes.
skills and replacement behaviors.
Yes,
And
yes.
girl,
It's
when
a
the
real
time came,
thing. And
it's
it's
a
good we're
real
giving it to
thing.
kids too because that's where we need it the most. Because it's too
I'm
many adults walking around here that don't have any coping skills or any reshaping of the behavior, you know. That's like
mm-mm,
foreign language,
mm-mm.
so that's really good. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. It's I think it just needs to keep expanding, which I feel like it is. Um,
Absolutely.
More people are talking about this taboo stuff, whether that is like, spirituality beyond your religion, but like what you really, really feel in your spirit. More people are tracing their ancestors. More people are honoring their ancestors. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a great thing no matter where you go. Like
Wherever you are.
that's something I know I've seen in like other cultures. And so embodying that now, like as a person, like I'm like you, I don't really want to be labeled, but they said I'm African American, so I'm African
Right.
American. But I'm journeying, I'm figuring it out, so I'll be able
Right.
to come back
Right.
and say
Absolutely.
exactly who, what, But
Yeah.
but just that being, in my own journey and figuring all this shit out of like, if you just start with honoring yourself, honoring where you came from,
Where you
like
came
healing
from.
is going to flow.
It's
Like,
gonna flow naturally. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was gonna mention too. Is like healing really is just learning who you are at a very, very, very deep level. You know, learning what you like, what you don't like, what sets you off, what doesn't set you off, what makes you feel better, what makes you feel comforted. You know, what makes you feel safe. you know, and ultimately that's what it is. Just knowing yourself on a very, very deep level. So. Yeah, I agree too with the honoring the ancestors. Oh my goodness. You know, we didn't grow up doing that. We did not grow up doing that. And I think that has a lot to do with why, especially African Americans or American Black people, don't have those roots. You know, we don't remember because we didn't grow up, honoring our ancestors. We didn't grow up even like hearing their names. So it's like once they died, that was it,
mhm,
and we only know far back as what we could see, what we could see with our two eyes. But I'm glad that a lot of us are waking up and realizing that that is very important, and we tapping in with those ancestors, even the ones that we didn't see. You know what I'm saying? Which is a beautiful, beautiful, powerful thing. But yeah,
mhm.
yeah, yeah. Honoring the ancestors is so powerful, so 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 powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going to take a moment right here for our ancestors.
Yes, 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 yes.
We see you. We appreciate you. We welcome you. We thank you.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, girl. So you just had a multi-dimensional 7-day fast focused on womb healing.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about it. I don't even know. I want to know from your perspective, because I was in as a participant, and you were, very transparent with us as we went through the journey. But from your perspective, I don't even know what question I want to ask because I got four all at once. Like,
Yeah.
tell me about the experience.
Okay.
Share what transform and transpired up in there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, well, starting off, the reason why I even came up with it. So, I have been working on my throat chakra for as long as I've been on my healing journey, right? Or been on this, self-development, whatever you want to call it, as for as long as I've been working on my throat chakra. That's been one of my biggest, I would say, blockages, or one of my main things I've been working on. And it'll get a little bit open, but it just didn't it I still didn't feel completely comfortable speaking and a lot of things, standing up for myself. I would let a lot of things bypass, and just like keep it like, it ain't that bad. But so yeah, coming here, I started working on my womb space. Well, I would say before I got out here, but I got deep into it, and started integrating it with my work when I got out here because I was realizing how quickly things were shifting for me, and how quickly my voice was like opening up. I had so much to say, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I guess I should have started with the backstory of how I lost my voice before I came out here because the ancestors was pushing it out of me. They like, you about to heal this. I guess I'll go back to that
Shut
later,
up.
but if we have time. But anyway, yeah, so I started integrating what I was doing with myself into my work, right? And I was creating this program called Voice of the Womb, and it's a 7 week program, or so I thought. It was a 7 week program. It was a 7 week program, and it was just all about connecting the womb to the voice, and womb wisdom and womb healing and clearing out and all these things. And my mom reached out to me. My mom reached out, and no, actually, she sent me a video, and then she called me and she's like, "Did you watch that video? You need to watch that video. I think it's for you." And I watched the video, and it's about a man telling about how, um, I'm sure you've heard people say like or speak of the 144,000 chosen people, basically the chosen people of the land, and
Mhm.
it's the
Mhm.
144,000. Well, in this video, this man is saying, and I forget his name, but he is mentioning the 144,000 being a frequency. And he starts elaborating on that, and I'm like, that makes sense. It just made so much sense to me, and I'm like, holding that frequency is, it seems like it would make more sense for that number than it being actually 144,000 people, because I don't know, I just feel like there's got to be more chosen people than 144,000.
Mhm.
I would hope so. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I don't know, we could be wrong, right? But that, anyway, that triggered something in me, and it made me so, right as soon as I saw that video, I'm like, Mom, we're about to do a detox, like we're about to do some type of fast. And she's like, yeah, do it, let me know, I'm in. And
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was gonna do for that fast, but I knew what I had been working on. And so yeah, 7 weeks turned into 7 days, and you saw how expedited everything was. It was a very quick journey, which I don't like to do. We were just talking about digesting the food, right? But it was a fast. It was a fast, and it was intended to show us how to hold that frequency, right? Because it requires work. You can't maintain that frequency and be out in the real world and, and not get bumped down a notch. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, that's where the fast came from. You saw how each day had a different theme. That's pretty much how I had it for the weeks. Each week had a different theme. But yeah, each day
Mhm.
had a different theme. And I think my favorite part about it was just the womb healing, seriously. Because clearing that out, I saw with myself and the rest of the participants, I saw an opening, of the voice. It just naturally happens. You know what I'm saying? You clear that out, and then it's like, oh, okay, that connection is clear. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that was my favorite part about it is the womb healing. I know there was many, many different parts. We did the sacred silence, 24 hours of
Ooh,
silence.
y'all, we
But
could not talk, and if we had to talk, we were to whisper.
hmm
So that was that was fun actually because my little cousin, she played into it so good. She was like, "Why you keep whispering?" I was like,
yes,
"I don't know. I don't know why I'm whispering. I just woke up like
right.
this."
I lost my
It
mind.
was fun. Like I look at that fast that we did, 7 days, very intense, and even at the level that I completed, because I tried to grade myself on, 100% being I follow every single thing, right? And I
Mhm.
think I probably put myself at like a 92%. I was
That's
very,
awesome.
very close to
Yeah,
following, most of the things that we were supposed to do.
yeah,
And I can only imagine like integrating that into just my normal cycle, like
right.
quarterly or, you
hmm
know, I don't know how often would be effective or, I know follow my
Yeah,
intuition. So
yeah,
so
absolutely,
whatever
absolutely.
would feel right, but those results like by day 2, I swear I'm telling you. I was
Yeah,
clear. I'm like, I could go on and get up out of here. I'm good. I got everything I came
no,
for.
I need to
I done
know.
passed out, seen Big Mama, Daddy, Brian. I done seen everybody. Like, we good. I see y'all.
Yeah,
I'm healed. I'm whole. Let's go eat some chicken.
right.
It was
Oh
so
yes.
good. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I
I
think
know
so.
you'll be having a lot of things come up, and I know like right now I'm connecting with you on Buy Me a Coffee. So if people
Mhm.
want to connect with you,
Absolutely. Buy me
Aiyana
a
Amaru.
coffee. Yes. Slash, what is it? Buymeacoffee.com/Amber Speaks Light. So yeah, that's how you can find me for now. That's where my offerings and things are. But yes, I do have a few events and things, or workshops, I should say, coming up. I have one on July 24th and August, first week of August. I don't know. Go on there and look. I have
Yeah,
no
yeah.
idea.
We will
It's in,
post the
it's in the
deets.
calendar.
We'll make it's in the calendar. It's in the
I'm just
calendar.
gonna show up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna show up. But yeah, those will be centered around womb healing as well. Womb healing, voice
Nice,
activation.
nice.
Yeah, because I'm just finding it so important, especially for my sisters who also experience blockage when it comes to the throat. It's a very powerful one because it's also connected to our heart. And so speaking things from the heart can be so difficult if there is all this, gunk in our womb, I should say.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
it's a very
Mhm.
powerful thing, and yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah. I remember when you went to this event. I think there may have been two events, but I kind of remember when you were getting curious about the womb work, and you came back with this mug, and you know which mug I'm
Yes,
talking
remember
about?
that? Yeah, my coochie mug.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Yeah,
did you paint it?
I
You
did. I
painted
painted
it?
it the color of my skin and
Yes.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
really beautiful.
that was my first time doing a womb activation. That was my very first time doing a womb activation, and that's when I like it clicked for me. I'm like, oh, this is what it is. This is what I was missing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because all this time, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm doing all the things. I'm trying to sing. I'm screaming. I am getting the lapis lazuli, like, wearing blue. I'm doing all the things. I'm like, what is going on? I'm a Reiki master. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way I can't clear this up.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I had to clean this up down here, and it's so amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing. It's deep work though. It's very deep work. And especially if you got a lot of stuff in your past, it's just you got to clear it out. You got to clear it out, but you have
You
to
got to
go
clear
through
it
it
out.
to clear it out. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was actually talking to my guru recently, and we were talking about how when it comes to healing, you can heal you can work on the trauma, but it's not actually the trauma that you need to work on, because we go through experiences all the time, right? And everybody's gonna experience those things differently. What's really important and what the focus should be is actually how you felt when you experienced that trauma. Like, was I safe when I experienced that? Did I have somebody to talk to when I experienced that? Did I feel,
Mm.
safe in my body when I experienced that? Because we experience stuff all the time. I shared with y'all in the group what happened on day one for me. And, for somebody that could have been a very traumatizing experience. But because I had my tools and things, I'm like, if you don't get your ass up out of here, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and it's because I now feel safe in my body. I feel safe to be able to speak up. I feel like I have protection all around me. And, there was a time where I didn't. And I think that is actually the core of it. It's not actually the trauma itself, not necessarily the trauma itself.
Mhm.
Yeah. What you
Mhm.
think about that?
I think that's spot on. I think that is spot on. I definitely can see how trauma itself can, increase the heart rate, mess with the nervous
Hmm.
system and all of that. But imagine experiencing that trauma and having someone have their arm around you, their hand on top of your hand,
Hmm.
or whatever tools you need,
Right.
um, so, and maybe you have to do that for yourself, but even having to do that for yourself, it's still like
It's a thing,
hurt.
right?
Like,
And we
yeah,
don't always know that, or we didn't always know that. So,
yeah,
yeah, even
yeah,
being able to comfort yourself. I know for me that was a big one. Being able to, soothe myself seriously after
yeah,
experiencing something, because I would just get mad and then just stay mad and then start taking it out everywhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Instead
Outward
of, I just needed some
instead of inward.
soothing. I just needed some
Yes,
soothing. Take care,
yes,
little Amber.
girl.
Yeah.
Give yourself the love you need, the healing you need, the time you need, the commitment you need, and not on the surface level that looks cute. Hashtag self care level.
Right.
Like even so during the fast we had to do some mirror work. Or there was one day I think we couldn't look in the mirror. Like
Yeah.
one day we couldn't look in the
Yeah.
mirror. One day we had to look in the
Had
mirror.
to look in the mirror intentionally. Yeah.
But I had reflections along my journey because some of the work that, you taught me is always go inward. So I always soothe myself first now, like, girl,
Hmm.
you all right. I promise you. Like, even now, I can look myself in the mirror, like, really
Yeah.
look at
And
myself.
speak to
And no
her.
matter what, exactly, no matter what it is that I'm feeling, I'm going through, I need, I want, whatever
Hmm.
it is, like I first have that conversation with myself, and that could be dangerous because I'm already a Capricorn. You
Right.
keep on giving me some tools. I don't know where I'm gonna end up in life. Like
Yes.
I'm telling
Yes.
y'all, this work, and it's even hard to put it in a bucket because when I was thinking about like like I don't know how do we introduce Amber because it's Amber. Like you know, don't call her a healer. She is not a healer. But like all of those things are
Yeah.
true. But
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
go. I'll keep
But
going.
like you said in the beginning, the mirror is the best way to put it. The mirror, and we all
Yeah.
doing that for each other all the time. We always doing that,
Yeah.
Um, I see myself. I see a reflection of myself in you, and I'm sure you see vice versa. So, yeah, all
Yeah.
of our
Yeah.
relationships, we mirroring each other. We all doing it, whether we know it or
Yes.
not.
And
But
when we continue to do the work intentionally, like you mentioned, use that word. If we continue to do the work intentionally, we end up finding our community. Like we end up
yes,
finding where
yes,
we are meant to be, because
yeah.
we don't really know our tribes no more. Our tribes
Oh
got,
goodness, very true, very
right?
true.
So now
Yeah.
we have to go inward, discover who we are so that
Mhm.
we really can find the communities and
Yeah, where we feel
healthy
safe and where we
communities.
feel. Mhm.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
Healthy, safe, divine,
Mhm.
feminine,
Yes, yes, yes.
top tier.
Yeah.
What did I say? I said I'm gonna go low vibrational real quick. You said no, we ain't doing that. You need a community that's gonna call you out when your language starts slipping. Like, no, we
Exactly. Very
cannot
true.
speak those words.
We need that. We need that. We need that. That
Yeah, yeah,
accountability. Seriously. That
yes,
mirror in one
girl.
another. Um,
Yes,
yeah, I do. I see now how important it is to have those communities. And like, I started in one with my guru, and she stopped, doing like circles and things, but she was really just passing the torch along. She's like, all right, it's time for somebody else to host the circles.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and I see that now, and I'm understanding, the importance of holding that space for other women now. I accept
yeah,
the responsibility. I accept it.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's so important. It's so important to have your clan, to have your people that you can feel safe and, discuss and go to the depths of things with, because it's not a whole lot of
yeah.
spaces where you can do that. I know, oh, you're familiar with this time when I was talking to just a regular therapist, and girl, the police showed up at the house. They ready to send me to the mental institution, just because I'm telling them the real, what's going on in my real life. And we need spaces to be able to do that and not feel like, oh, we're gonna get taken away. That's part of the reason
Yes.
why a lot of us are afraid to use our voices now, because we've been hushed or punished in our past lives. Like
Mhm.
thousands of years ago, we had to experience that. So that's why a lot of us are experiencing it now in this time. But yeah, we need those spaces. We definitely need those spaces. So
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yes, me too. I'm definitely happy to now have a space here on the podcast. I'm
Yes.
definitely happy to be in the spaces that you create. And I'm a fan, y'all, so I'm always going to be Team Amber.
Thank you.
But if you want to experience anything for yourself, like Amber said, follow your curiosity. And if your curiosity like lands you on her page or in her inbox or consuming her content, I would definitely encourage you to reach out because Amber has a gift that is very hard to put into words. And I can only, describe my own experience, but you've got plenty of testimonials. Like, and before I started working with Amber, I was like a traditional, very corporate, very in a box kind of girl, very on time. There was not really a lot of room for flow,
For
okay? It
flow.
was like,
Yeah, that's what it was.
yes, I was very much that type of person. And the thing that got me is like you were saying, about traditional therapists. And I had some pretty good therapists, and even my therapist that I was working with before I came on to you, I think she did consider herself a holistic therapist, but there was still a disconnect in her practice and my practice.
See.
I just encourage people who, if you feel like very, very heavy about something and you feel like nobody understands, and especially if you are a woman that looks
Mhm.
like us, if
Yes.
your skin is like brown, and your hair might be like 4C or something. Under here, trust me,
Yeah,
it's
so
4C.
that.
Like, definitely tap in, because those programs, those movements, like, girl, we could just do another episode. We could do a book. We could
I
do,
know, I
because
know. We should.
the movements saved my life. Like, Janie, just get up
Thank
and swing your
you.
arms from side to side. And I was like,
Yeah. Yes, yes.
and slowly everything started to work. Like, slowly, and with
But
repetition and intention, everything started to work. So,
but I tell you all the
yes.
time, I'm like, it don't work if you don't do it, and you did it, you every
This
little
is
thing, whether you liked it
true.
or not, you like, Amber, I don't know about this, but I'm about to do it because, and you continue to do it. But I do appreciate the praise. I appreciate the acknowledgement for the work too. So much
Yeah.
gratitude for you, for real, because you taught me a lot in my coaching journey, So I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, girl, my pleasure. It has been my pleasure. I have explored what I thought people would want to hear and see and feel from, like, conversations that you and I have. We've been talking about a podcast for like way too long, and we be
Way
having
too
so much stuff to
long.
say.
It's time.
So
Yeah.
you just need to be a regular. Like, let's figure
Yeah,
out what
for
we need to
sure, for
figure
sure.
out, because
Yeah, I would love
I
to.
love.
Let's see what the people want. See what the people need.
Let's see what the people want,
Yeah,
and no topic is off limits. Am I right?
yeah. I love that. I love that. Thank you
No
for saying
topic
that.
is
Because
off
I like to be
limits.
raw.
I had to get there. I had
Yeah.
to get there, because I was like, no, we
No,
can't
I don't
be.
know if we're gonna talk
I
about the
don't
stuff we
know
be
about
talking
being that transparent on camera, in a microphone, on the
about.
World Wide Web. What?
Yeah, yeah. But
Um,
that just goes to show that the work is really working, because you so
yeah,
beyond that now. So, so,
yeah,
so beyond
yeah.
that.
Girl, 'cause we here for one thing, a good time, not a long time, or a good
Yeah.
time and a long time.
Right.
Whatever
And
you want,
yes.
whatever you want. That's what you're here
Exactly.
for. Whatever you want.
Indeed.
All right,
Indeed.
girl. I I'm just kind of, again, scanning our conversation, kind of scanning some things I definitely wanted to kind of pull
That's right.
out of you, and
Yeah.
I think we hit them all.
Yes.
I really think, if you are someone listening with us today, again, and you look or sound like us, or you resonate with what we're saying, do some research on how your womb may be affecting your inability to move forward in anything. Because I was like, Amber, I've been planning this podcast. I bought all my equipment. I just can't get, like, I've been working on my throat. She said, it's not the throat, it's the womb, and you need to be in my class coming up. And I was like, what? And look, I'm here. I'm
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Like,
That fast. That fast.
I'm
And I'm so
here.
proud. So amazing.
So yes. Any final words or thoughts you'd like to leave, with our audience and our viewers today?
Um, well, for anybody who is entering in their healing journey, or anybody who's been on it already, but they find themselves getting in hiccups, I've been like, this has been on my mind the past, few days. I've been telling y'all too in the group, like, you don't have to be 100% ready, because a lot of people will turn down, you know, these type of encounters. They'll turn down the help because they don't know if they want to fully commit. But you don't have to fully commit. You don't have to be 100% ready. You just got to be willing. You got to be willing. That's it. Like,
Yes.
just surrender. Like, all right, I'm here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here. So that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Just be willing.
Just
But yeah,
be
that's all I
willing.
got. Like she said, y'all can find me on buymeacoffee.com/Amber Speaks Light. Also on Facebook as Aiyana Amaru. And where else am I? Healing Energy on IG and TikTok. I know I gotta put all the names together so it's just one thing, but that's what it is for now, y'all.
Okay, we here. Y'all heard what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, buymeacoffee.com/Amber Speaks Light.
Mhm.
Aiyana Amaru on Facebook. Healing
Mm-hmm.
Energy on Healing Energy,
There we
ENHERGY,
go.
Healing
Thank you.
Energy, okay?
Yeah.
On TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's
yeah,
all of
we
them.
gonna, huh?
I said
You
that's
said
all
that's
of them.
all of them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and girl, I'm like knee deep in the middle of something. I don't even know what to call it. So I can't even tell people where to find me. In fact, find me on YouTube. Just listen to
Right
Jay
here.
on YouTube. Find
Yeah.
me right here. Lock in with me
Yeah,
right
because you're
here.
making a bunch. It's
Um,
a lot shifting for you right now. It's a lot
it's a
shifting.
lot shifting for me right now. Like I'm
Hmm.
just, and I'm flowing.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm
Yeah.
flowing. So I
Yeah.
don't know where that lands. Who I have been for so long, because we got to make space for who I'm becoming. So
Yes.
find
Indeed.
me right
Indeed.
here on YouTube. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to have you on another episode and another episode, because the people just don't know what they in for. Like the people just don't know what they
Well,
in
thank
for.
you, thank you, thank you. It's been an honor being
Yes.
on here. Seriously, I appreciate the opportunity.
All
Yeah, yeah.
right. Make sure y'all lock in with me and with Amber. Make sure you come back for the next episode of Healing Something, the sacred space for the people on a journey.
Hmm.
Peace.
Oh, that was so good.